Next on the team, Caitlin Clark.
Tiger Woods was unprepared for this. The man who had witnessed everything in golf remained still, gazing at the scoreboard as if it had suddenly malfunctioned. Because Caitlin Clark, yes, the basketball legend, just broke golf records, leaving professionals dumbfounded. The media is rushing to make headlines, and the audience is going crazy. How in the world did she manage to achieve this? Be truthful. Do you think Caitlin Clark would be as successful in the LPGA as she is in basketball if she were to play full-time? Leave a comment below with your thoughts. It's extra amusing since it all began softly. The RSM Classic Prom was meant to be a laid-back, enjoyable occasion. A few celebrities, a number of pros, and some light-hearted competition. Not too serious. Then Caitlin Clark's name appeared on the player list. At that point, everything became chaotic instead of peaceful. In a matter of hours, tickets that had been unresolved for weeks vanished. Even the LPGA stars weren't purchasing them for Tiger. To view her, they were purchasing them. The lady who completely changed the WNBA was going to give golf a try. Everyone also want tickets in the first row. Fans were queued up at dawn wearing genuine basketball jerseys. Not golf polos or caps, but Caitlin Clark jerseys. The whole thing seemed less like a golf competition and more like an Indiana Fever game.
In a previous video how this Pro-Am event originally wasn't even going to be televised, but there were so many fans who were emailing the organization saying, how can we watch Caitlin? Can we come to the event? Can you live stream it? All of these things. And it ended up being put on television. And that was great. Fans were really excited about that. There was so much buzz online. She was trending on Twitter, all of the things. And the LPGA was promoting the crap out of this event. And they also did something really smart by pairing her up with their currently #1 golfer in the world.
Welcome to the first crossover of sports history. The basketball meets birdies, said one of the announcers. The pivotal time then arrived. The throng reverberated with the announcer's voice. Is playing for the Indiana Fever after graduating from the University of Iowa. Caitlin Clark, please. The wind practically stopped. Thousands became silent. Calm as ever, she approached the tee box and grinned as if it were just another practice day. She wasn't carrying a basketball, though, which made a difference. She had a driver in her hands. She inhaled, glanced down the fairway, and swung. And that sound, pure contact, crisp, clean, and loud enough to cause Tiger Woods to furrow his brows. The ball traveled as if it had its own GPS. It landed exactly in the middle, 270 yards down the fairway. The audience went crazy. People were applauding, shouting, and some were even filming in shock. That's the best first swing I've ever seen from a non-pro, chuckled Tiger Woods. Caitlin Clark might just be better than me at this point, tweeted Steph Curry, a competent golfer himself, almost immediately. The internet was completely destroyed by just tweet alone. In a matter of minutes, Caitlin Clark golf became the most popular globally. She was dubbed the most natural crossover athlete since Michael Jordan by ESPN. The headline appeared in Golf Digest. Golf has been permanently altered by Caitlin Clark. Here's the worst part. She had no intention of taking it seriously at all. One reporter claims that she arrived with the intention of having fun and unwinding. Yes, of course. She is setting world records for relaxation.
WNBA, because the LPGA just did everything that the WNBA should have been doing this season. They did it all correct.
There was another side to this tale, even though the golf world went berserk. Do you recall the well-known WNBA players that talked about her nonstop during the season? Angel Reese, AJ Wilson, and several others. They all became silent at once. Not a post, not a tweet, nothing. When she achieved history in another sport, the same individuals who had criticized her of receiving too much attention abruptly lost their Wi-Fi. Fans also took note. Someone said, Funny how Caitlin's breaking golf records and all her so-called rivals turned into ghosts. They had time to throw shade all year, but no time to say congratulations, someone and others said. More was conveyed by that quiet than by any words. The LPGA pros, meanwhile, were treating her with the utmost respect. After the round, world-class golfer Nelly Korda approached Caitlin and remarked, "You belong here." They were simple words, yet they had deep meaning. Caitlin's energy is pure, another athlete, Maria Fazi, said to reporters. The difference is that she adds something we've been lacking. She was frequently viewed as a danger in basketball. She was regarded as a teammate when playing golf. Let's now discuss the historic shot. Even PGA professionals make mistakes on hole 7, which is a par 4. Everyone expected Caitlin Clark to play it safe as she lined up, but she doesn't. The ball sped off as if it had somewhere to go when she swung.
I wanted to come say hi and introduce myself. I play out here on tour. I'm Maria. Nice to meet you. Thank you for being out here. It's very cool what you're doing for sports, kicking ass on and off the field. But now,
and here's the Caitlin Clark effect, Morgan, with Maria Fossey and other players out here following.
That's good. A lot of fun. Made it easy. Annika, could I steal you for a second? I didn't think I'll have like bigger. I can't say bad stuff on TV, but bad actors. I want to together. We're doing a fun like quickie. Oh, that's nice. There we go. Yeah. I'm next. Yes. 1, 2, 3.
Yeah.
Hi, how are you?
I said the buzz from the players.
I'm distracting you.
No, y'all are trying to get finished.
That's been huge. Somebody take a picture.
By the way, Allie, an outstanding point guard in her own right in Fulton, Mississippi. All state
Thanks for being here. Yeah. Good luck.
in that sport as well.
It tumbled, halted inches from the cup, and landed precisely on the green. The audience let out a gasp. After a brief period of silence, the pundits descended into anarchy. Phones soaring into the air, people applauding. Tiger Woods gives a clap. She broke the previous prom record by finishing the round 13 under par. Consider that. 13 under from someone who makes three-pointers for a living. That was one of the cleanest, most confident swings I've ever seen from someone outside of professional golf. Tiger Woods subsequently told reporters. That's a big deal coming from Tiger. Naturally, the business side followed. The demand for tickets increased by 1,200% as soon as Caitlin Clark's name was added to the event list. Sponsors kept phoning. She was sought after by brands for tech partnerships, golf ads, and clothing agreements. Within a week, she allegedly signed many more partnerships. One with a golf equipment firm, another with a sportsier behemoth, and even a streaming service agreement to record her training. She practically made $1 million opportunity out of a single golf weekend. The WNBA appeared strangely quiet in the meantime. The anxiety persisted even though their season was ended. Once more, fans chastised them. The LPGA is adept at honoring excellence.
Caitlin, that could be in. Oh my god! Oh my god! Oh my god! Oh my god! Hey, right from the hole. 6 inches away! No! Caitlin! Wow. Are we sure it didn't go in? I'm nervous. Is this it? Is this like a, we're good, we're gonna call this a birdie? I don't think so. No! Yes!
That's huge. Great birdie.
Woo! Great birdie, great birdie, great birdie.
The WNBA only makes an effort to conceal it. To be honest, they were right. The WNBA still doesn't understand what the golf world does. Fans, money, and attention are all brought by Caitlin Clark. Instead of silencing that, you embrace it. It was expertly handled by Caitlin herself. She just grinned and responded, "I'm focused on what makes me happy," when questioned about the other players' quiet. That is competing in any sport. Traditional Caitlin is calm, self-assured, and little nasty. Her parents were also present, observing from the sidelines. Every time she picks up something new, she gives her heart to it, her mother said to a reporter. Her father simply chuckled and remarked, "We stopped being surprised a long time ago." It is wonderfully summed up in one statement. Her family isn't astonished, but the rest of the world could be. They have previously watched this film. The same conclusion in a different sport. Caitlin enters, smashes records, and leaves as if nothing had happened. Even sports commentators were in awe. "We've seen two sport athletes before, but not like this," one person said. Not only does Caitlin Clark experiment, but she also masters new endeavors. To be honest, they are correct. This has nothing to do with basketball, golf, or even celebrity. It concerns a person who is incapable of performing at an average level. Moments are not what she chases. She's pursued by moments. We'll address it later, though, as what transpired following the tragedy may be the most fascinating aspect of it all. The response from sponsors, fans, and the sports community at large. Caitlin Clark didn't go out to celebrate right away after the incident. She lingered behind, taking pictures, signing autographs for children, and even offering some golf advice, which is absurd given that she recently learned the game. But that's what makes her so endearing. She's not acting like she's larger than the situation. She's the reason the moment is so significant. Like bees surrounding honey, reporters swarmed around her. "How did it feel breaking a record on your first try?" inquired one of them. Laughing, Caitlin remarked, "I didn't even know what the record was." A phrase like that would make headlines. Greatness without effort. Just facts, no boasting. The golf world was doing math while she grinned her way through interviews. Overnight, merchandise sales surged. Caitlin's appearance generated more income than the previous 3 tournaments put together, according to prom organizers. Sponsors kept phoning to express their desire for her to appear in every advertisement and commercial related to women's sports on billboards. The most absurd aspect was that golfers, not basketball fans, were spearheading the movement. "I've never watched women's golf before, but if Caitlin's playing, I'm tuning in," someone said on a post on Golf Digest. "Finally, someone who makes golf exciting again," said another. "She has a knock-on effect like that. When she enters a new sport, people who had never given it any attention start to pay attention. Not because she's trying to be showy, but rather because she makes competition seem enjoyable once more." The internet was making fun of the WNBA as the LPGA was honoring her. People began sharing screenshots side by side. Caitlin is praised by the LPGA.WNBA players, sharing dancing TikToks and corporate partnerships. The comment sections were harsh. Drama is encouraged in one league, while skill is encouraged in the other. The change was palpable. The WNBA attempted to manage the story of Caitlin Clark for months by restricting coverage, minimizing her significance, and portraying her as just another player. But now, no matter how hard they tried, they couldn't ignore her. She was no longer only basketball's face. She was starting to represent sports entertainment. Guess who saw it? Woods Tiger. The next day, Tiger was questioned about Caitlin's performance during an interview. "It reminded me of when I first broke through," he added with a smile. "Fearlessness, accuracy, and confidence. She possesses it. That comes from a man who finds it difficult to give praise." Images of Tiger and Caitlin having a quiet conversation close to the clubhouse appeared a few hours later. Although the specifics of what was said are unknown, insiders stated that Tiger gave her a private training session, something he doesn't often do. She is now formally a member of the golf inner circle, if that is the case. The huge, shocking endorsements followed. According to reports, Caitlin Clark signed 3 significant contracts in less than 48 hours. One with a high-end watch brand, another with a golf clothing firm, and a beverage company that wants to use her as the face of their new emphasis campaign. The total value of such transactions exceeded $15 million. Let's contextualize that. In a single golf weekend, she earned more money than the majority of WNBA players throughout the course of their careers. And that's just reality, not shade. It was dubbed the Clark Effect by sports media. Every league wants Caitlin Clark, and can you blame them? Was one headline. Fans began making jokes that she might as well become a full-time golfer in the interim. Someone said on Twitter, "If Caitlin joins the LPGA, Tiger better start checking his records. She's going to need a bigger trophy shelf," someone more said. But there's a reality hidden underneath all the jokes. Caitlin Clark is more than simply a talented athlete. She's skilled at winning. She exudes an infectious competitive fire everywhere she goes. It's noticeable even to casual fans that enjoy watching her. You don't need to be a lover of golf or basketball. Simply said, you must like observing someone who makes perfection seem effortless. More athletes began responding as the weekend wore on. It's incredible, according to A.A. Wilson. In response, Patrick Mahomes said, "She's a monster." LeBron James even shared a video of her effort at a hole-in-one with the comment, "This girl is different." However, there was still a lot of quiet from some WNBA areas. A.A. Wilson didn't say anything. No congratulations from Angel Ree. Fans asked a single, straightforward question in their remarks. Why? Some expressed jealousy. Pride, some said. Others claimed that witnessing someone else take center stage once more was too much for them to bear. To be honest, though, Caitlyn didn't require their praise. The media, the audience, the supporters, and now the whole golf community were all rooting for her. When it comes to her, supporters are constructed differently. They follow her across time zones and sports platforms. People come to see her perform. Because everything sells when Caitlyn is involved. Even golf organizers are thinking about adding her name to other celebrity tournaments. An executive was heard stating, "She's not a guest, she's the main event." He is correct. It was also demonstrated by the ratings. More people watched the broadcast of Caitlyn's prom appearance than the majority of LPGA finals. That's crazy. Golf networks, which typically see a decline in Sunday viewership, were unexpectedly seeing an increase in primetime traffic. The best thing is that Caitlyn doesn't even pretend to understand how significant it is. She greets spectators with waves and laughs, as if it were a casual neighborhood game. Just talent and personality, no drama, no ego. She shrugged and added, "Let's just say I'm keeping my options open." When asked later if she would think about becoming a full-time member of the LPGA. Translation, she'll probably succeed if she wants to. Tiger was so amazed that he brought her up once again. He predicted that golf would take off if she ever decided to play it seriously. It's not hyperbole. That is a simple fact. You should reconsider if you believe the LPGA was unaware of such. According to reports, their marketing team was already talking about how to work with her. Charity games, exhibition events, and even golf clinics for young ladies run by Caitlyn. It's amazing how one individual can instantly alter a sports vibe. The goal of Caitlyn Clark is not to represent women's sports. She is different from everyone else in a straightforward way. She makes victory seem commonplace. Every record she breaks seems to have been meant to be. Every accomplishment appears informal. People adore her because of this. She doesn't need to ask for attention. It simply follows her. Furthermore, let's not overlook the ripple impact in this situation. She has brought women's sports to new audiences. Investments are coming from new sponsors. And younger girls are discovering that they can succeed at everything. One ordinary golf weekend was transformed into a movement by Caitlyn Clark. She emphasized to everyone that skill is not limited to a certain sport. No matter where they play, it belongs to the one who puts in the most effort. She's not pursuing greatness, as one admirer so eloquently put it. She is being pursued by greatness. Caitlyn Clark was more than simply a golfer. She altered it. Tiger Woods looked on in disbelief. Brands lined up with contracts as fans yelled her name. She is evidence that talent has no bounds. Tell me, should Caitlyn continue to dominate hoops or move to golf full-time?